All right, authentic answers. Little recap. Manchester United. It's now the international break. We've had 4 games. Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, Tottenham. Obviously Arsenal, Tottenham, top 6 teams. Wolves and Forest, on paper, would be considered as a bottom half team. And to be honest, the warning signs are there. Definitely are there. You can see with United, especially the Wolves game, wasn't quite up to speed. And you think slowly but surely he might progress for the next game. But Erik Ten Hag can't be happy with what he's been seeing. I haven't been happy. It feels like same old United. There's glimpses. There's times where there's a bit of hope, but the control of certain games is just not there. Start with the Wolves game, only 1-0. Wasn't a very good performance. You look at Forest, 2-0 down in 4 minutes. Tottenham, the first real test against the top 6 team, don't score a goal. Didn't look at it at all. And then the last game, Arsenal. Again, missed opportunity. But at the end of the day, 0 points. So it's something that we have to definitely work on. Ten Hag has to look at some of his players and be like, and do you know what it is? A lot of them you saw from last season, they're just not good enough. They're just not, or they don't suit the way United need to play. And I'm going to touch on the Mason Mount situation. As I said before in my last video, for someone like Mason Mount to be sought after by Erik Ten Hag, that he wanted him, you look at that and think, okay, he can identify him as that last piece of the puzzle for that midfield. And I think he's played 2 games, haven't seen it, didn't see it in pre-season. Especially with the game against Arsenal, you can see in United's midfield that they need somebody that can ask for the ball, control the ball, and actually dictate the play that we use. Like, there was no one really like that. Eriksen is known for his passing ability. He did play well, but it's still, he hasn't got the legs. I felt like someone like Rice, if you put Rice in Man United's team, that midfield becomes a lot more stronger. You've got Casemiro that can do the dirty work. Rice that can also help out with the dirty work, but can also play a pass. And then Bruno can do what Bruno does. At this moment in time, we don't have that. Our goalie is the only person that looks comfortable with actually playing the ball. You look at a lot of missed opportunities with signings in terms of Caicedo. This was a man that was offered to United how many seasons ago for £4 million? 4 million, and we turned him down. It's just like, imagine Caicedo now in that Man United team, the energy that he would bring. Like, even Camavinga, we was offered Camavinga, what, 30 million? Said no. Real Madrid have now got him. Look what he does for them. There's so many players. Amrabat, we've been after him or linked with him for the whole of the transfer window, and you wait until the last minute to go and get him. Why was he not got straight away? And then he could have played a few games and probably would have played against Arsenal, or even at least to have him on the bench to do something. It's just, these are the things where it's like, why do United take time with all of these signings? You look at the right wing, 170 million has been spent on the right wing, and it's still a shambles. You've now got Jadon Sancho coming out, beefing his manager, saying stuff that he doesn't believe is true. Erik Ten Hag is saying this. It shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening. That's going on. Anthony, he just can't do it. And sometimes I question Ten Hag of, look at the signings that you've actually made. Granted, I can see why he's bought the players that he's bought, but Anthony, 85 million. I haven't seen anything to look like I said in my previous video. If you put Saka into that United team, it's a lot more attacking, a lot more dynamic, because you've actually got someone that's willing to try something. Rashford on the left, you know something's going to happen. With Anthony on the right, it doesn't happen. That's why even again in that Arsenal game, Sancho was able to come into midfield. He vacated that left side. He said, bruv, I don't need to worry about him. And he went. He went into central midfield because he knew Anthony wasn't going to do anything. Sancho, how much millions? And again, it comes down to Man United, yet again, paying over the odds on wages, on transfer fees, where now you've now got a player that's beefing his manager and you've got him on how much money a week. So if you did want to sell him, you're going to have another Harry Maguire situation where he's going to be like, you need to pay me to leave. If you're not going to pay me, I'm not leaving. Like, you look at the Greenwood situation, Man United have been stalling over this situation for how long? I thought that we actually terminated his contract. Now I'm hearing this alone, so he's still a Man United player. But you look at that situation, think, how much would he have been needed right now on that right wing? Or even up front? But again, another situation that Man United, I feel, have not dealt with properly. There's so many issues with this United team on and off the field that need to be addressed. You're looking at even the owners. Granted, we do spend money, but we spend money on the wrong type of players. These owners, they don't want to cut ties with Man United. Why would they? Like, let's be right. As much as Man United haven't won the Premier League in a very long time, they are still considered the biggest club in England. It's like they said, the turnover, the revenue, you can see it there. After Barca and Real Madrid, you can argue who's third out of Man United and Bayern Munich, and I would probably say Man United. So in terms of global success, Man United is up there, but yet we are constantly going into the bargain section to try and get players, try and do this, and that's exactly why the Glazers, they don't want to sell, because they want to be associated with Man United because it makes their stock higher. Why would you want to separate yourself from a money machine? Why would you? Do you know what I'm saying? But you look at this and think, it's now stalled United yet again, because we haven't been able to go into the transfer window and actually buy the players that we need like that. Do you know what I'm saying? As much as Højlund, I do believe, will be a very good player. When you look at the likes of Harry Kane, Tottenham won 100 million, go and get him. Look at Rice, go and get him. Casado, go and get him. I even look at Maddison. Why did man not go for Maddison? Why did we not go for Ward-Prowse? These are players that have played in the Premier League, but yet we try someone like a Mount that was double the money and he's injured already, or he's not playing already. There's so many off-the-field antics that I'm just not happy with. I looked again at the Arsenal game. We finished the game with Maguire and Johnny Evans as our centre-back partnership that is arguably going to be what it is if these men don't get back to their fitness. And I said it in my first video that we started off with. I hope Varane stays fit, because he's the heart of the defence. He's the one that I feel like is the calm one, the Rio Ferdinand out of the Vidic kind of thing. You know, one of them ones. But it's just not there. It's just not there, man. Like, there's too many things going on that I don't understand why United is in this position. Onana, I'm happy with him. I think he started off very well. Definitely not the greatest, maybe at like stopping. Like, I think because we're so used to De Gea, maybe that's what it is. But in terms of his distribution, his calmness on the ball, I'm all for it. Yes, the Rice goal, we maybe could have done a bit better, but it is what it is. But look at the players. We still got Martial. You looked at Højlund, the way he came on, and it's like, this is what Martial doesn't bring us. This is exactly what he does not bring us. He's still at the club. Scott McTominay, Maguire. I looked at even the midfield again, and I'm saying to myself, we need someone that can control the ball. And this is another player that Eric has had and coached, Donny van der Beek. How do you go from that Ajax philosophy, that system of always wanting the ball, to you can't even get a game. Like, that's how bad things are at United right now. And that's why I kind of do understand maybe why he did want Frankie de Jong for so long, because it's like someone like de Jong is someone that would fit right into that United team. 100%. I like Ericsson, but I just think de Jong would just bring a little bit more energy than what Ericsson can bring. But yeah, it's 4 games, 6 points, goal difference isn't the greatest yet again. And I just think Eric Ten Hag's got a lot of things to really, he needs to sort out. Sancho, Anthony, the central midfield, the centre backs. Other than that, I think it's all right. And also, especially with the Arsenal game, we have to understand this is an Arsenal team that have had their manager for a certain amount of seasons. Bar Jesus playing, that was obviously their strongest starting 11. Some people said, oh, there's no Party, but Party might not have even played. When you think you spent how much money on Havertz, and he that was meant to be the new midfield. Obviously, Timber didn't play, but then Shevchenko came back at left back, so more than likely that would have been his spot. I think Ben White's kind of got right back position although Rashford absolutely destroyed him yesterday. He did not want it with Rashford. He didn't. But yeah, like there's a lot of things that United need to definitely sort out as soon as possible before the return of the Premier League comes back. But it's just a lot of problems to have to deal with. A lot of problems, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know who the first game back is going to be, but I hope that most of the players are fit, ready. Hope there's a bit more unity. They're together. I do expect a lot more from Bruno as our captain now. Hopefully there's not a lot of injuries. And yeah, Man United on and off the field just need to get certain things. Just need to get things better. Because we don't want to turn this into trying to get top. Well, to be honest, it already is a top 4 thing already. You can't start the league and be losing 2 out of half your games and think you can win the league. So yeah, let's see. Let me know how you feel about Man United's start to the season. What are the things that Eric Ten Hag can work on? And will this be a successful season? Authentic answers. Peace.